Hey, hi. I'm Mona. This is Sacred Geometry Universe Video Journal Diary for January 13th, 2020. No, February 13th, 2026. I'm a little excited because when I was going to start this, it's Friday the 13th. This is my lucky day, you guys. I don't have any kind of weird hang-ups with that. My birthday falls on Friday the 13th. So when it comes along, it's like, fantastic, you know? And yeah, it was my lucky day because right about when I was gonna leave this morning, the sheriffs rushed in to one of the neighbors' houses. Yeah. So I was like, oh, can't leave yet. You know, it's all of us as citizens, it's our duty to keep our community safe, even from, So, I went in, I grabbed my phone, just started recording everything. Seemed everything was cool, but I think about partial way through they saw I was recording. So hopefully if that person had a problem, that they will help that person. I hope they help them. Because I don't know, this sheriff department, they don't like to help people. They don't like to do their job. They're kind of lazy. They don't do investigation. So I really hope that my neighbor got the help they needed. You know what I'm saying? But get this, good news, at least. So they knew I was recording. I waved to them during too. They waved back, so they know I'm recording. And then, I figured out, all right, they know I'm recording. They know I'm right here. So I think that guy is safe, or person, or I don't even know who it was. I couldn't see the person over there. They were very short, which is fine because they don't need to be in the camera. Only the people that, the public servants we can totally do that. Unless the public servant is hurting a citizen, then you probably want that citizen in the video to keep them safe, right? For future reference. Anyways, so I stopped recording because it kind of looked like it was coming to a close. There was really nothing going on. But I did want them to know that my presence was there and recording. And so, they knew. And then so I put the phone down, and then it kind of came to a close. And then the two officers were right there talking. So that was cool, whatever. They do their little review of what happened, right? They got to get their stories together, right? And I hope they were recording for the safety of the citizen. Even if it was a casual thing, I think it's very important for people to make sure that everything is being recorded, because you don't want that shit to come back on you. You don't want them to have a recording of you and then something in the future happen to you and they bring this back up and say, oh, remember this day? I'm telling you guys, record everything, right? And get this, they don't mind. So go ahead and record. They do not mind. So if they don't mind, then it's okay. And you don't need to be afraid. But make sure you do, because you never know, like I said. They're recording too, and if something in the future happens and you're involved, they can bring this back up and say, well, you did this and that in the past, or this happened in the past. Make sure you record just for your own safety. And just to let you know that, like I said, they don't mind, because I ended the recording and I waited out there because I wanted to say good morning. So I waited there and I stood there and I gave him a big wave. Hey, good morning, sweetheart. He said, morning. So they don't mind. They don't mind, you guys. Don't be afraid to record. They don't mind. It's okay. At least around here. They gave me the impression that it's okay to record them and all that stuff. So yeah, just don't get all up in their business, but you can record. It's good. It's fine. Just to let y'all know. So yeah, what a good day it was today. I'm probably not going to put out, that video. Nothing really happened. But I do record, and I keep them and I stack them. I stack the videos I have. I don't put everything out. I keep some private. Yeah. I stack them, you know? And if something happens in the future, I have something here. Yeah. You know, I do it for my own safety. I do it for the safety of the people and the good citizens in my community, even though they don't like me or whatever. I don't care. But I care. You know what I mean? Even though they don't like me, I still want them to be safe. You know, just because people don't like me doesn't mean I'm a monster and that I don't like them back. No, I will treat them the way they treat me. If they don't like me and they don't show me that, I'm not going to show them that if I like them or not. But I like them because they're living, human, breathing, you know, beings, you know. Why, you know, stand up for your neighbors, your friends, you know. Now, if you got people that are outwardly just being rude and nasty, you don't have to do anything. The noble thing to do is to help. I don't know what would happen if a situation came up like that and I saw the rude neighbors in trouble. Would I help them? I don't know. It's hard to tell at this point because they're so nasty. I don't know. For me, I don't, you know. I don't want to I just want to mind my own business, you know. But when they come around, it's very important that we record everything. Because there's a lot of people here in this town that I live in that they're not treated well. They don't get justice either. And it's so sad. They deserve so much better. And the crazy thing is the people who are holding them down, they treat them like royalty. Why? It's so weird. Or maybe these people just have them so manipulated they don't see the truth. It's so obvious too. You can only do so much to help people. You know what I mean? You can only do so much. You know? I don't look to find problems with these people or anything around. It just, you know, when things come up, I'm going to record. You know? I have that whole channel there right now. So yeah, I gotta kind of, you know, keep it alive. You know, I do have to organize some of the stuff at one playlist. So, because people might go there and not even know what the channel's about. Because not too many people like to read. So they might not click the drop down or find anything. So I'm going to have to organize the recorded phone calls and the evidence stuff on a certain playlist. So I can tell any new people who come to the channel that that playlist started this channel. Yeah. And even if nothing happens, at least everybody can know. Because, yeah, it's starting to spread, you know. It'll spread. It might spread slowly, but it gets around. It gets around. People get called out. And, you know, nobody deserves to have, you know, praise on their name if they're hurting people. Yeah, nah. People like that need to be called out. Especially if they're public servants. Yeah. So anyways, I think we're ready to continue the walk. Look, 9:09. I just, you know, it's a long conversation this morning, but it's already been so busy. Anyways, yeah. Thanks for watching, you guys. This is Sacred Geometry Universe Video Journal Diary for Friday the 13th, February 13th, 2026. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.